The moon aspect Jupiter. You already know what the moon is. The moon is emotions. It's your intuitive feeling. And so Jupiter is wisdom. It's fire. It's fiery. It's strong. It's confidence. It's cheery. It's excited. It want to explore. It want to expand. It want to learn. Jupiter is a planet of learning. It's a planet of experimenting, exploring, so it can have wisdom and knowledge. So this is a planet of wisdom. This is a planet that love information, that love knowledge, that love to learn, that like to try things different, like try things new, and don't like to be contained. It's very big and freedom oriented and loving. Whatever Jupiter touch, it expands. And so when you got fiery in the water, moon, when you got moon conjunction Jupiter, this makes your emotion expands. It makes your intuition expand. So you're highly intuitive, highly psychic, highly pick up on people's energy. Not just in your environment or your family life or your loved one life, but you pick up on some of everybody emotions, even all across from another country. You can pick it up while you're at home. You can pick up somebody's feelings. So you go through it. You go through it with emotions. When you got the moon conjunction Jupiter, this is part of who you are. They blend in together. So you can't tell the difference. Jupiter makes everything expand, so you're too emotional. So you need to control your emotions because you go to the screen. But your emotions be on things that deal with helping and nurturing and caring for people of the world because you got the moon conjunction Jupiter. And so learning for you is more, you get a intuitive feeling. You just know. A intuitive knowing and feeling. And so since Jupiter is conjuncted to the moon, this means that you got a big personality, very cheerful. When you get cheerful, you get too cheerful, too excited. So this type of a person, you are very excited. You talk very fast, and your emotions very strong. So when you're excited, you're excited. When you're sad, you're sad. When you're mad, you're mad. But the thing is, as long as you channel your energy or through meditation and learn about your emotions, learn how to control your emotions, because you're here to master yourself, so you can spread this wisdom and knowledge through your psychic abilities, your gifts as being clairsentience, or your psychic abilities of being highly intuitive, or your psychic abilities as a clairvoyance. But you're here because you're definitely the seer, because Jupiter makes you a seer too, which the moon is already a seer, got all the psychic traits already. The mother already got it, so it expands your mother nature. You're more nice, more cool, very nice, very gentle, very cool, super want to see people do good, super happy, and you just love your family. You love the environment. You love the people. And you love the culture. You love who you are. You love being spiritual. You love things of this nature. You love life. But there's time where your mood change out of nowhere, because this deals with your mood's always changing all the time, because the moon is always changing. So you change, but it don't last that long, because this is a positive sign. You got the positive energy that help uplift your emotions, the moon. So we got the masculine script for Jupiter. Just give you a big complex where you can really go strong on anybody. You protect your family. You can go wild and crazy on anybody who come against your family or come against your loved ones, or who come against you, because you're very defensive when coming to yourself. You're always defending yourself because you're very sensitive. Sometimes you can take it to where you think that people picking at you, but they're not. You can take it wrongly. So it's best for you to have the right mind so you can be a better person. So you're highly smart, highly intelligent, got keen insight of the human nature. You can see through people's soul and heart. You can tell when they're going through it or what they're going through. You can tell when people lying to you or trying to deceive you. You can read them like a book. Your psychic gift is out there. You can feel pain all in your body, so you understand it. So in this one, you got the moon conjunction Jupiter. That makes you the type who so loving, so caring. You go out your way about your loved ones to help them, and very nurturing, because Jupiter make you go to the screen when you do something. And so just watch out. And don't let people take advantage of you, but you most likely see through that anyways. So that's why you really don't need no advice right here for letting people take advantage of you, because you can put it together quickly, because you always reflect and you're very introspective. You know where you went wrong, and you always try to correct yourself. So stay paying attention to yourself and stay doing what you're doing. Be the caretaker, the nurturer, and this is how you win. So your gifts is to teach, to heal, to nurture. You make a good cook, good with the food business. So if you get into the health thing, eating healthier food, but a lot of you most likely might eat something that where you can gain weight right here. If not now, you'll gain sooner or later. So just make sure you cool down your emotions. You put your emotions to something that keep you in harmony and peace, and you're all about love. So your love You show your love in a big way. You make a good host, yes, because you're very cheerful. You know how to talk to people. You're very kind, and plus you're good with everybody. This is like a very happy, good placement. But you also can over exaggerate. You can overdo anything. So watch out for overdoing, for overeating, for over exaggerating, because you are a good nature in general. And so since this is Moon conjunction Jupiter, all you who listen, I want you to pay attention, because this will still apply to the rest of the aspects. The traits still apply, but in a different way. I'm gonna show you how they play out. Because when it's Moon conjunction Jupiter, this means that it's connected. It's one. They're one. They're not separated. They're one. So this is part of who you are. It's part of your emotions. Jupiter is part of your emotions. So that being said, this is how you operate. You definitely will defend the weak, defend people. You're the protector, and people will treat you like you're a bodyguard or something. And because they feel comfortable around you, feel nurtured around you, and feel cool around you, feel comfortable around you. Like I say, now when you got the Moon trine Jupiter, just like I say, the same traits as conjunction. It's just that the way it play out, this is your gift. This is your gift. You'll be nurturing, you'll be caring, but this is your gift. So the gift means that if you don't put your energy into action, these traits, you'll see why you're not winning. Because when you got the trine, this is a natural gift to you, like nurturing, caring, protecting people, being loving, and your intuition, your psychic abilities is natural part of you, naturally a part of you. You just got to activate it and put it to work. Just put it to work, because sometimes it could become so natural till you forget it, and you could let other traits take over instead of your natural gifts. You know what I mean? So this is what you got to watch out for, so you can put it into work more, utilize your gift, your creative skills, because the Moon is creative. Then you got Jupiter is super creative, so you put it together, you're very creative mind. So just make sure your emotions are very creative spirit. So this is your gift. This is your gift. Know how to read people, social work, nurturing, caring, be the nurse, the doctor, the surgeon, being the scientist, being the healer. This is your gift. Being a therapist, being an astrologer, being a numerologist, being into divination, being into the occult knowledge. This is your gift. So you do good in this area. You do good when finding out the truth, doing the research. You know what I mean? Diving off to the unknown world and find out what is, and tapping into yourself, your higher powers. This is a gift. You can be a spiritual master, teacher, and healer. All of this. This is your gift. Now, if the Moon sextile Jupiter, this is my placement, you got the potential, which means the energy is there. You got all the potential, the conjunction and the trine, except you got to activate this energy. It's already there. So you'll grow into it. Once you grow into it, you'll be more powerful even than a trine, because you'll feel very appreciated. You definitely will use it more than the trine or the conjunction, because the conjunction is naturally a part of blend in, and the trine is your gift. But since this is sextile, this makes you appreciative of your growth of this energy. So once you tap into it and you grow into it and you master yourself, you're the best teacher, the best healer, the best healer, the best whatever you do. Restaurant owner, because the Moon good in business, and Jupiter good with connecting with people, very social. So you be good in business and everything else. You be, and also you the type who love your freedom. See, Jupiter love is freedom. So boom, you be good when dealing with psychology, when dealing with the mind, anything that deal with fighting for freedom like a judge or a lawyer, things of that nature. So when it become your trine, this is what you'll be good with. You get growing to your powers. You activate it. It's right there. The energy is there. You just got to activate it. It's there. It's easy aspect. It's there. And this is how you will operate. And even sometimes if it's not activated, it's there. The energy is there. And you can tell it's there. You know it's there. Now, when the Moon is square Jupiter, this makes you have a hard time when dealing with wisdom, when dealing with traveling, when dealing with your emotions, when dealing with being adventurous, when dealing with exploring. And also you can have time with your emotions, have hard times with your suffer when it comes to your emotions, your family, or your mother, or dealing with women, or you have a hard time in general. You can have a hard time, or you can be so super sensitive that you can explode to the screen, keep exploding and keep snapping because you're having a hard time with your emotions, you're fighting it, you're battering it. And also you can have a hard time growing up where you be very snappish and quick temper and be the type. Because when it's squared, I mean, you have a hard time. You go through difficulties till you get to be a better person. So sooner or later, it's a limitation to the square. That's why like it run out. The hard times run out, and you become a better person because you learn through wisdom. Everything you went through, your experience, it give you wisdom. And so this is another good placement. Any squares, opposition, and sextile is very good because they most likely when you overturn it, you be the best at what you do because your experience is the best teacher. You can use your experience. And so the moon love the past. And so since the moon love the past, your past, this is how you would teach people about themselves, or you would give them lessons about your past. So in a wisdom form. So you'll tell stories about your past where people can relate to you because it's wisdom. And so with this wisdom, just help people because people can feel you because they've been through the same thing you've been through. So you're an empath, naturally clairsentience, and this is what you're going to become after you go through all the trials and tribulations of your emotions and your growth. So growth might be hard to you, but as you continue to grow, you'll be better. So that's when Moon square Jupiter. When Moon square Jupiter, this is what you'll go through. This is the difficulties. You have difficulties with your mother, or difficulties with women, or difficulty with your family, and things of that nature. But after a while, you'll understand relationships. You can teach about family, you can teach about relationship, or you can teach, and you intuitively know if somebody treat you wrong more than any other sign because your experience is it. Now, it is Moon opposing Jupiter, which is your opposition. This means that your emotion could be against Jupiter things. It could be against having fun, against exploring, against always trying to find wisdom and learning. And so also could be Jupiter against the emotional side. I don't want to show no emotion. Jupiter could be always want to be happy and don't want to be into the home, the family life, want to be a free spirit and do what it want to do. So it could be against everything that the moon represents. And also Jupiter could be, the moon could be against everything Jupiter represents. So that's how it works. So, but the moon and Jupiter need each other. Once they're in balance, this was a powerful combination. You know what I mean? You become very powerful. Just like a square in the sextile, you become very powerful because you're learning. You're learning through your experience. You're learning how to connect with your other side, with your other half. So, but when you separate your other half, you see that there's always something missing. And so that's why it's important. And what you'll go through is the same as what I was speaking about, the conjunction. Because that's what the moon and Jupiter means together. The conjunction explain it all. But the conjunction could play out through all of them. Because the moon conjunction could act like a new jack and be like a sextile and have to grow into it or activate its energy. Or it could be like a trine and forget its gift. Or it could be like a square and go through hard times. Or it could be opposite, don't care about its emotions, or don't care about its feelings, or don't care about the home, or don't care about the family. And so when the moon opposes Jupiter, it opposes expansion. It don't want to grow. It's limited. It just want to stay where it's at, and it want to stay fixed. And so this is why it's important for a person who got moon opposition Jupiter to bring it together, balance it out, and you utilize Jupiter too. So the energy is there. All through all the moon Jupiter aspects, the energy is there. You just got to bring it together. And so that's why it's important to read listen to the whole video, because once you get the conjunction, you understand that I'm showing the rest is how it play out when it's through the trine, the sextile, the square, and opposition. The traits is the same as conjunction. It's just that with trine, you can't forget that this your gift. This is part of who you are and utilize it. With sextile, you just got to activate it, or you can grow into it because already the energy is there. And through square, you just go through it. You suffer. You go through things early on to become better, to be that teacher, and to share your experience. And opposition is that this is the opposing side that they oppose each other. That if you bring them together and you balance them out, this is how you win. You just be missing the other side. Like the moon might be missing Jupiter, or Jupiter might be missing the moon. That's all it is. So this all I got to say is Kane Lit. I bring you the light. It gets to realer than this. All right, shit.